Thanks, Cedric. All right, so we are about to, so this series we kind of started a couple days ago, right? We good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This series we started a couple days ago. This is actually part 2. So the general gist of this, I guess, playlist or these videos right here, these ones that I'm specifically talking about, scaling SaaS sales. I'm basically going to share with you our experience, right? We've been in the game for a minute, but now it's time for us to actually scale out kind of how we've been doing things. And one of the first things we'll be instituting is kind of like the standard operating procedure for every new salesperson we hire. Right now we're at about 3. And as part of that structure, it's like, what are they doing every single day? So it's not just like before we would always operate like, hey, just figure it out. Figure it out. Here's our solution. Here's what it does. It can help everyone in the world figure it out. So in the last video you saw, it's like narrow it down. Now it's figuring out what is the standard operating procedure for every single salesperson we bring on. Basically, I'm looking over at a whiteboard over here that I wrote down. One, obviously number 1 is figuring out what their comp plan is, so they know what the expectation is of everything, of all the work they're going to be putting in. 2 is like, what's it called? The goals and the quotas. Again, kind of part of the comp plan, but in terms of what would happen if they did this. And then the second piece of that is the book of business. So shrinking down who they're calling on. Right now, we've narrowed it down personally to about 100 accounts every salesperson is responsible for in the specific industry. So we're operating right now in, I mean, well over 12 different industries. So we broke out 12 different books, 100 potential companies in each book, and we know, our salespeople will know after the first week of training, which will be a whole separate video, but why they're calling on those specific companies and what they're looking for. And then finally, last is kind of the technology that they'll be using, right? What CRM are they logging into? What activities that we think are important to record? What's the other one? It says, what email systems that they can use to kind of nurture a lead. And what was the last one? It says email, and what was the last one? Oh, phones. Unfortunately, you got to work the phones. We came to that conclusion. It sucks, but you know what the best part about using the phone is? Once you know who you're selling to pick up the phone and actually speak from a place of authority in terms of knowing what it is that that person or that company could be using the technology for in their world, then it's up to you to basically either visually or auditorily or via your voice, whatever, to explain to them how it would all work. So you're going to see it here. We're actually doing this live as we're talking about it with you, and this video series will just be an upfront, candid approach and story, hopefully, of how to scale or not to scale SaaS sales. So that's it. We're good. Cool. Thank you for tuning in.